But the contrarian side of it is I really believe that this is late stage globalism, the kind of last gasp of centralization and nation states as we know them. It seems like we're headed into this Orwellian dictatorial, tyrannical regime. And I wrote about this in a couple of different pieces over the years. There had been numerous times in history when it appeared as if the governing regime was at its all powerful and only going to consolidate power even further when they sort of turned to dust, almost anticlimactically. And I think we're headed for that everywhere across the world, because I think we've run out of runway on these things that we've been kicking the can for decades, really, like since the beginning of the fiat money era. And that's sort of the base driver of it is fiat money, the debt, the out of control debt, Ponzi that can never be repaid. And COVID really was a kind of blow off top for tyranny, I think, globally. And the other thing I'll say about it, I know I've been kind of going on a bit, but I also tend to eschew these unified global conspiracies of everything is controlled by a bunch of shadowy figures in a star chamber somewhere that decide everything from who's going to win the Super Bowl to where the color revolution is going to happen next. I have never been able to find that believable. Yes, there are people with outsized power and outsized influence, and a lot of times their interests overlap and coalesce, and so they scratch each other's back, and you see sort of factions or different tribes, and they seem to move in a peloton, which happened during COVID. Like everyone just kind of came out of a Davos meeting chanting "Build Back Better" like zombies. And it was hard not to think that this was some global, coordinated, all shadowy cabal. But I really believe there's nobody in control. There's no single entity in control. There will never be a one world government because there are too many megalomaniacs in the world to accede to a one world government.